Do you want to know how to make the perfect hamburger? If so, this is the video for you, so stay tuned. What you're gonna need for this recipe, you're gonna need a really good source of meat. I prefer organic beef. Anytime I eat any kind of fatty meat, I prefer that it's organic because a lot of the toxins are actually stored in the fat. So the less fat, and if it's organic, the better it is for you. For this recipe, we're also gonna be using some Munster cheese. I just like how it tastes on hamburgers. To me, I prefer the taste of Munster, and you'll see why when you use it. You're gonna need some sort of ketchup. Well, you don't need it. This is kind of more of an optional, but I prefer the no sugar added ketchup when I can get it, just because you don't need a lot of sugar in your ketchup. You're gonna want some kind of salt. Again, I prefer the pink Himalayan salt. It just has a good taste, and it's, I think, healthier for you than regular salt. We're also gonna need some fresh ground black pepper. You can use already ground pepper, but I just think that when you grind it yourself, it just has a better taste to it. Breadcrumb, I prefer panko, Japanese style. We're also going to need some organic butter lettuce. This is actually live, if you see down here. The roots are still attached with some dirt, so this is going to be great. You know, I was talking about animal fats. We're going to need some cage-free eggs. These are also organic, so we're going to need one of those. And what makes this the best hamburger ever? Of course, you got to have a good bun. These buns are amazing. They're by Pretzilla. They are awesome. So that's what you need for the recipe. Okay, so step one of the recipe is we actually have to make the hamburger patties. So we're gonna take one of the eggs, we're gonna crack it, and I got it all over the floor, but I'll clean it up later. And then we actually wanna mix it up real well. There's a shell in here. So we're gonna go ahead and mix the egg together. I'm sure you know how to do this. So once you have the eggs all mixed up, you wanna take the ground beef and you wanna open it up like so. And this is 1 pound. So we're just gonna make 2 half-pound patties. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in. And then I like to actually eyeball this. So just kind of cover the top of the patty with your breadcrumbs. And then you just wanna go ahead and literally mix it up. So we're just gonna go ahead and mix it real well. And the egg and the breadcrumbs actually are gonna help the burger stick together. Another thing you can do right now in this process is you can actually put in, like, if you want jalapenos or something, you can cut those up and put them in here. We do have a serrano pepper, but I don't think I want to have a spicy burger today. So we're just gonna go ahead and keep it regular because who doesn't like a regular hamburger? So we're just gonna, again, mix it up real well. So we're gonna go ahead and set that to the side. And what we're gonna do now on the plate, we're actually gonna put a good amount of ground pepper and ground salt onto the plate, like so. And now we're gonna take the actual burger we just mushed up and cut it in half, kind of eyeball it. Okay, and then you kind of form a patty. So now the key to this is you kind of want to have it the same thickness all the way around. It doesn't have to look perfect, but when you're done like that, you put a little divot in the middle, like so. Okay. Now what that does, it stops the burger from shrinking up when you go to cook it on the grill. So we're gonna go ahead and get that little divot in there. I'm gonna hold it up here so you can see kind of the divot. So then we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing with the other patty. Okay, so now you have both burgers on the plate. This is one of the most important steps of this. You actually take the salt and pepper. I do the salt first. And we put a generous amount of salt on the burger. Now what this is gonna do, this is what gets you that real nice crust when you cook it on the grill, on a piping hot grill, okay, is the salt and the pepper. And that's why we're not gonna season the inside of the burger, because it's all gonna be on the outside. So again, get it on there real nice. And then, you guess it, the stuff that's on the plate is on the bottom of the burger, so you don't have to flip them over. They're already seasoned on the bottom. So we're gonna go ahead and do this, and we'll get right back to the recipe. Okay, so the next step is we're gonna heat the grill up to as hot as it gets and let it preheat for about 10 minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and throw these bad boys on. So we'll be right back. Okay, now that the grill is preheated pretty much to 450, 500 degrees, we're gonna go ahead and throw the burgers on. So it is piping hot, and you wanna put the divot up. Listen to those sizzle. Okay, so then we're gonna set them on there, close the lid, and cook them for 5 minutes, and we'll flip them. So we'll be right back. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. I apologize for the background noise. It sounds like one of my neighbors is cutting the grass with a chainsaw. So it's been 5 minutes, and I'm cooking my wife a big old fat ribeye. So we're gonna go ahead and flip hers right now. And we're gonna go flip the burgers. So as you can see, they didn't really shrink up because of the divots. Love that. And look at that crust. So the burgers are flipped, and we're gonna turn the grill down about 1/4 of the way. and cook them for 5 more minutes. Now, an important thing right now is when there's a minute left, that's where we're gonna put the cheese on and toast the buns. So in 4 minutes, we'll be back. Okay, it's been 4 minutes. So what we're gonna do is, like I said, we're gonna put the cheese on the burgers, like so. And you only flip them once. Then we're gonna put the buns up here, where it's a little cooler. And we're gonna close the lid for 1 minute, and we'll be right back. Okay, it's been a minute. They've been on for 5 minutes on each side. So we're gonna go ahead and take the burgers off. And now we're gonna let them rest for 5 minutes. So while they're resting, we're gonna get the buns. Hot. Ah, man, those are hot. Okay, so the burgers have been resting for 5 minutes. Now we got the toasted buns. Now the really cool trick I'm gonna teach you is how to make the buns not soggy. So what I do is I put the lettuce on the bottom. I know you're thinking lettuce on the bottom, you're out of your mind. That's like the biggest no-no ever, but trust me, put the lettuce on the bottom, then you put the ketchup onto the lettuce, okay? Right. So we put some ketchup on the lettuce, and then you put the burger on that. Oh man, they're hot. Put the burger on that, like so. And then you put the bun on top, because so the cheese is blocking the juices from the burger to get onto the baby's trying to go downstairs. The lettuce is blocking the juices from touching the bottom of the bun, and the cheese is blocking the juice from touching the top of the bun. So now what we're gonna do is, that is a perfect burger. Oh my God. So we're just gonna cut into it, and I'll take the picture later. So just to show you. Oh, boom, the perfect burger. Look at the juices flowing. So that's how you make the perfect burger. We're gonna go ahead and dig into this. Yeah, System for Life. Peace, and you're welcome.